Hey everybody, we're here on Friday at the PE Institute. I'm here with LaDonda Porter, our amazing keynote speaker from yesterday. We're having a little bit of anxiety that there's only a couple hours left of this amazing place. There's some incredible sessions happening right now, but I really wanted to get a chance to talk to you, LaDonda, about the PE Institute and a little bit about what it meant to you. So first of all, can you describe your history, experience with the PE Institute and why it's a little bit different from other conferences?
The first time I came to PE Institute, I actually found out about it from fellow colleagues from Kentucky. We're like, hey, let's go check out this conference down in North Carolina. And so me and along with about 4 other Kentucky people came in 2018. And I remember the first feeling of coming in and getting the leis put on and everybody cheering for you with the red carpet. And then as I start to settle in and look around at this facility and this place and seeing all these people, I'm like, I kind of geeked out a little bit because I was like, oh my God, I follow them on Twitter and I can't believe that they're so famous. So actually getting to see these people for the first time in person rather than through Twitter at the time was the most incredible thing ever.
True.
So yeah, it was pretty amazing. So fast forward to year 3, after we took the hiatus because of COVID, it was like filling a void. Something was missing because we were so used to coming for like the first year, then the second year, and then we couldn't come a third year because of COVID. Now that we're back again, it's like, I feel like I'm back home. It's basically what it felt like.
It is a feeling of home. And when we're at some of those larger conferences, you kind of get blended into the crowd a little bit. And unless you knew people before you got there, it almost feels like there's an absence of that familiarity and that closeness that you feel in these hallways. And the nice thing is now you're one of those people that they go, oh my goodness, about, right? And people are waiting to go to talk to you. And I think that's something special about this place is too. When you're meeting somebody who's had such an impact on our community, and they want to talk to you and hear your experience and ask you how you can impact their programs, I think is what part of the reason it makes this such a special place. Why are you spending your summer professionally developing? We probably have some time during our schedule where there's somebody that comes into our district and shows us something. Why is it important to you? Why do you spend your personal time, mastering your craft?
I wish I had it on today. I have a bracelet that I got from a session that I went to in my district just for minority educators. And it says, never stop learning. And if we want to truly keep perfecting our craft, you always have to keep learning. So coming to these trainings, especially ones specifically for us, is very crucial and it's helpful because sometimes I have to look outside of my own lens because there's things that people have to offer that I could take back to my building that I would never have thought of, seeing it from that point of view or doing it this way a little bit differently. So I like learning from other people. I love gaining new insight, new ideas, and of course meeting people. So that's why I kind of like coming to the PDs as well because I like to network and meet people from all over because there might be something they have to bring to the table that's going to be amazing for me, and there might be something I have that's amazing that I could that I could offer to them. So I love that piece.
Absolutely, and that makes me think when you speak about that. The meeting with minority educators is the voice that you have given to women of color and people of color overall being on that stage. And that whether you want it or not, there's going to be people looking at you with thoughts in their mind of having that spot, and you've made it real for them, which is pretty special. And giving voice to people just like yourself is incredibly important because when you're in a room full of people who look just like you, you get a lot of similar voices.
True.
So having your voice on stage yesterday was really special, and thank you for that. Can you think of a moment during your PD experience, maybe at PE Institute, maybe not, where you met somebody and you just felt that fire burn inside you to make, like where you felt like you changed from like somebody comes to work every day and does their best to somebody who's like, I'm dying to make my program better. Like this person just changed who I am as an educator.
Actually, very first PE Institute, Andy Hare.
Oh,
I remember coming to his session and he had us do the little superhero thing. So we had the mask on and, he is just so personable and and it's just in his nature to just want to make you feel like you're welcome, to make you feel like he's your friend, he's willing to help. And I remember buying those masks and I took a picture, put it on Twitter, and he took the time to send me a personal message through direct messaging, and it kind of was jokingly like, I would love to see you go through the Starbucks line. with that mask on. And I just remember that from this day forward because he was just so amazing. And just so nice. And I was just like, man, I mean, hearing his story when he keynoted that year, and I just knew, I'm like, man, this guy's incredible, and he just makes me want to push through because he had some obstacles that he had to overcome.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and being part of our Friday Night family, if you're not familiar with, there's a whole bunch of us that when we're surrounded with like-minded individuals, we want more. And every Friday night on a Zoom, if you're interested, hit me up at Adopted Gym KM. We can get you in there Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. But Andy used to ride his bike in Australia. He'd wake up in the morning. We were at nighttime here, and he'd ride his bike and chat with us while he was riding his bike through Australia. And that was a special experience that LaDonda and I've had. Well, truthfully, we want to thank you for sharing your message here. And if you have any messages to anybody out there about the value of things like the PE Institute, or if you want to speak to people of color and remind them of the value of this too, like your platform is right here. Tell the crowd whatever you want to tell them.
Well, get involved, whether it's within your association or something within your building. Reach out. You're not by yourself. I mean, we got my boy Kev, and he's all the way in Virginia, and then I've got people from Texas, New York. I mean, the pool is endless. So don't feel like you're ever by yourself because you have plenty of people you can count on, myself included. And I was always that shy one that wanted to kind of fly under the radar, and I got that gentle push from our executive director, Jamie, and I was the girl that never wanted to stand up and present in front of anybody, and now I end up
here you are
keynoting at a PE Institute. So I never thought this in a million years. So don't ever limit yourself.
And you know what? I want to give a shout out to KY Shape. I see you're wearing the quarter zip there. When you're surrounded by people who have that energy, build off of it. None of us are the educators that we are now without some people like them in our lives that are lighting the fire inside of us. And at times where we may not be at the peak of who we want to be, they're the ones who keep us there, right? They're the ones who make sure we don't slip and give us new ideas that go, the fire's relit. I'm ready to go. So find your group, find your people. And if you don't have a group like that, if you're in a building by yourself, if you're in a building with people that are uninspired, number one, inspire them. Number two, grab some people that are looking for inspiration or trying to inspire too, like us, and join their group. PLCs are not limited the way they used to be with the internet, with X or Twitter or whatever you call it. We're out there, and even the keynotes want to learn from you, you know? So, LaDonda, thank you for your time. You're the best. And we want to see you next year, July 17th and 18th, right here in UNC Asheville at the PE Institute. We'll see you soon.